Hello, it's Just Gaming here, and welcome back to Minecraft Story Mode. And today, we are going to be doing another random video on the Story Mode. So today, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Basically, we're going to be going through the full story of Episode 1. So basically, what I'm going to do in these videos is I'm going to be going through every single story of what I've done so far in the game. So I'm going to be doing one for Episode 2, one for Episode 3, one for Episode 4, one for Episode 5, one for Episode 6, and Episode number 7. So basically, when I've actually completed this game, I will be going through all the stories of what goes on with the game, and also I'll do a proper review on all of them as well. I've been thinking that, that I'm going to do some reviews on all the chapters as well, so I will be doing that as well, but that won't be today. So yeah, today we're going to be going through the full story of Episode number 1. So I'm going to be talking about what happens in the first episode and what's going on in it. So basically, yeah, we might as well start off by where do you spawn in Episode 1. So basically, the episode starts off in like a little bit of a house in a tree. If I can actually remember, I can't remember if it's that, but basically you start from this little house. Basically, I think it's Jesse and Olivia in there, and also Ruben is there as well. And basically, what happens at the start is basically Jesse basically gets himself ready to play the game. Basically, I think it just shows you like the whole controllers and all that kind of thing. Which is quite good. Well, basically, the first thing is which Jesse do you want to be? Do you want to be the brown Jesse or the white Jesse? Because there's kind of a few Jesses you can pick when you do start Episode 1. There's kind of a few you can pick, but I went for the white one. So yeah, you get to pick which Jesse you want to be, and basically when you've done that, basically you get into the game and you see what you're going to be doing. So I think it probably starts off with like controllers and stuff like that. So it starts off with like of what the controllers are for the game, and then basically what happens is he has a bit of a talk with Olivia in that little house of what's going to be going on with the episode, and that's when the episode proper starts. And then basically, what happens then is someone called Axel comes in the room, which is that big guy. Well, you can see him right there. Basically, that guy, Axel, basically he comes in he comes in it as well. And basically, what happens is we just meet Axel because I think Jesse don't meet him. I don't think, and since he joined them anyway. So yeah, basically Axel. Joins in that little house, and basically we talk to him. And we kind of just talk about what's going to be going on with him. And what happens after that is basically Jesse, Olivia, Axel, and Ruben. We go on a little bit of a journey to this animal place, this fence kind of place area. And then that's when I usually. That's when I actually ended the first episode of the series. That's when I first ended it. Basically, I can't exactly remember what happens after that, but I believe the place what happens after that is we get ourselves ready, and basically what happens is we get ourselves sorted. Because basically what we're trying to do in this chapter is we're trying to find the Order of the Stone. So basically we're trying to find that block. As you can see here, we're trying to find that block there, and it was actually quite difficult to get it. But I did take a few episodes to try and get to the block, and we did actually manage to find it right at the end of that episode. We actually found it because that's when Ivor was actually quite evil back then. So that was actually completely fine there. So yes, so basically that's when that happens, and basically the next part of chapter 1 is basically we arrive at this area where there's loads of fences and stuff like that, where there's little pens and stuff, and basically that's when we meet Lucas and Petro at that bit. Basically that's when we meet him, because basically Lucas was on Thingy's side. What's his name now? I can't remember his name. We'll come back to that. And basically, that's when we met Petra as well. That's when we actually met her as well. She's kind of that guy who mines all the time. So who's that? Oh yeah, Aiden. That's the evil guy. Yeah, basically Lucas was on Aiden's side, unfortunately. And basically we were actually going up for a building contest. That was in the second episode of my series. We're basically doing a building contest. So what was going on is we built an Enderman, and they built. I can't remember what they built, but apparently we built an Enderman, and apparently we actually won it because we were a lot quicker. So that was good. I actually managed to do that, and I think Aiden was cheating a little bit in that, so that was pretty good. But yeah, we actually managed to win that. And basically, when what happened after that is Ruben. Apparently, the lava came out of the the bucket. And what happened after that is Ruben ran off, and basically what happened after that is I think there was either two choices between find Ruben or save someone. I think I can't remember, but I chose the one to save Ruben because, like I said, Ruben's my pig. So I basically saved Ruben. I went off to find him. And what was going on after that is we're in this creepy area where it was all dark and stuff like that, and we had to try and find an area to sleep in, because I think it was me, I think it was me and Petra that went in the forest, I think, because Petra was in the forest before me, so I think she went in there, and basically it was me and Petra in there, and we were trying to find where Ruben was. Because apparently Ruben didn't die, which is great news. So basically we're trying to find where Ruben went. And we actually managed to find him. It took us quite a while to find him though, because basically he was wearing them Ender Dragon wings. Do you know them Ender Dragon wing things? He was actually wearing them just to keep him well protected. So he was wearing them in that episode. And then what was going on is we had to try and find him. That's what we had to do. We had to try and find where he is and all that. But to be honest with you, we did actually manage to find him though, which was great news. Because apparently he was actually quite hurt. And basically the next part is sorry about that. The next part is there was lots of googlies. So there were like zombies, skeletons, creepers, and spiders, and all them kind of googlies going after us. Because like this was the first time I'd have a fight with them, and I technically did. I technically just had a fight with all of them, and I pretty much like managed to get through it. I did manage to get through it. Okay. I managed to survive all the googlies. I managed to take them all out, and then basically what was going on after that is we moved on to the next part. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. We managed to defeat the googlies, and then I think we all got back together, including I think Petro got back with us then. So we're actually pretty much all together, and then I think we pretty much got back to Axel and Olivia. We managed to get back to them. And I think, to be honest, we were sorting something out back then, and then that was going on. Because, like I said, we built that Enderman, and then we're moving on, weren't we? So I'm just gonna have a look very quickly of what them episodes were called of episode 1. So I'm just gonna be back in a minute. I'll just mute the microphone. Yeah, by the way, we'll be leaving it like this, by the way, when I do the story, because that'll be the thumbnail. That'll just be the thumbnail on there, because I'm going to be reading through it. Okay, let me just go and find all the episodes. Just give me a second. Here we are. So, yeah, here we go. So, I'll just go all the way to the top. Here we go. So, the third episode was called Making a Slime Block. So, basically, what was going on is we're still doing it at the moment. And basically, the next part is I was making a slime block to battle the thing. Because apparently, what happened in that episode as well is Ival, apparently, he created the Wither boss, basically, you know, the Wither storm. Basically, he created that. I think that was like halfway through that chapter. And basically, yeah, Ival was being a bit mean in that. So he created the Wither storm and we had to try and survive it. And it was massive. It was one of the biggest Wither storms in the world. And what was going on is the Wither storm was actually attacking everything. So it was attacking all the houses and all that kind of thing. And also that is when we met Gabriel as well. Gabriel was in that as well. That's when we met him as well. He was the guy that was not very well. So basically, we had to try and survive him, which was not good, because apparently Gabriel was getting was not getting very good coughing, so yeah, we had to try and help him out a lot bit. And then what was going on is I had to make a slime block for something. I don't even know what it were. Apparently I had to make it for a jump or something. I can't exactly remember. And basically what was going on after that is we had to go to this castle. I think that's where Ival went, I believe. So I think we had to go over to that castle, and we had to try and defeat Ival's Wither Storm, which we didn't do because I know the Wither Storm was on for about 4 chapters, so until we actually defeated it. And then what was going on is we had to follow Ivor, by the way, because we weren't allowed to go through that entrance, to know that little entrance that blocks off. We weren't allowed to go through there because apparently we had to do something. And another thing we had to do in that video is we had to find Ivor. And apparently there was a bit of a joke this one, because there was someone dressed up as Ivor, but it weren't actually Ivor. It was actually another guy that was actually dressed up like him, just to make me a little bit jealous. So that one wasn't actually the real one. And then I actually found the real Ivor, which was like right at the back somewhere, because I was actually shouting to him saying like, "Ivor, I need you," or something like that. So I actually managed to find him in the end. I did have a few questions about him. He wasn't very happy. Basically, I think he just stormed off. I think. I can't exactly remember, but I think he did that, and then I went back to my friends and we told them about what he was going to do and all that. I think that's when he avoided the Witherstorm, I think, because basically the next part of the chapter is we went into this audio place where there were loads of chairs and stuff like that, so we had to sit there. And apparently, Ivor was at the front of there, and he decided to make himself into a creative of the Witherstorm, because basically he had the two Wither Skulls, and apparently he had only one, and apparently he did have it. And basically, when he placed that down, the Witherstorm faded away, because it wasn't even a proper Wither, like it was a Witherstorm, so it was like completely massive. And basically what we had to do after that is we had to try and survive it, and we couldn't even survive that thing because it was like absolutely massive, so we couldn't be able to do that. And basically what was going on is Ivor was being a bit mean to us. He pretty much ran off. I think he said to it like, "Destroy them," or something like that. And basically what was going on is Ivor ran off, and we had to try and survive it, and we couldn't be able to do it. So what we had to do, by the way, is we had to get out of the building, and we had to let the Witherstorm just fade out of the building. We had to like completely get it done, and it was actually getting massive as well because it was collecting all its blocks. So basically, all the blocks that it were gathering, it was getting all of it on its body and all arms and all that kind of thing. And basically, the Witherstorm managed to get itself out, and then it started to attack everyone. So it started to attack all my friends, all the people that lived in the little houses and stuff like that. And we had to try and survive it, and it was very, very difficult. And then, yes, it was very, very difficult we had to do. So here we go. So next episode, the big boss. So that's when the big boss we're at. And then the next one is working out levers. So basically what was going on in that episode is we had to try and work some levers out, because we arrived at this little map place as well. We arrived at this little map place because the Witherstorm was still out there as well. So basically the next part is we had to go to the this place where there was a big map. And what we had to do, by the way, is we had to try and track down where Ivor was, because apparently I think Ivor went to the other side of the world. And what we had to do, by the way, is we had to try and see where we were. So we had to try and see where we were, because apparently as well, I think in the it was actually in the second episode. Apparently, I had to go and find Ivor's cottage, which I will talk about when we get to chapter 2. So I think Ivor went on the other side of the world, and we went on that side, and we had to try and find something to track down him. So we had to try and see from there, because I think that's what we had to do. By the way, we had to try and like track him down. And then that's what we had to do. So I'm not going to go into full detail of it because, like I said, I might be going on for too long. But apart from that, like there's some of it I do remember and some of it I don't. So in the episode I only did 5 videos in it. You can see that I've only done 5 episodes in the chapter. So I've actually not done a lot. But like I said, it only took me 5 to do. So the big boss arrived, and then we had to work out levers to be able to see what Ivor was on the map, because we had to use the that thing. Apparently, I think Gabriel was with us that time, so basically we're all together, because also Lucas did join us as well in that video. That's technically when Lucas did join us as well. Because apparently I know that Lucas was on Aiden's side, but apparently he decided to switch over because Aiden was being a bit mean in that as well. So I think Lucas decided to come with us for a bit, so we can actually attack him down as well, which was a lot more better as well. And basically the lever part was a bit difficult, because basically in that episode I was working out levers, and it did take me a little bit of a while, because like the lever strategy was not very good anyway, because I had to try and work out some decent kind of levers, and it didn't even work completely. Like when I actually did the levers, it just didn't even work. Like I was completely sorting all the levers out, I was switching them up and down, and for some reason it just didn't even work. So like I did take some time off camera for a bit to try and work them out. And basically when I weren't talking, I did manage to work it out, and then I unpaused it, and then we're back to where we were. So I'm actually glad that I pretty much actually managed to solve it, which was pretty good. And then what happened after that is like basically this big map came up. And apparently we had to try and find where Ivor was and all the other kind of thing, and also the Wither Storm, we had to try and find that as well. And then yeah, and then that what was going on. Then that's kind of what the part was going on. Also, what happens in that episode is we go to you can kind of see in the background. We go to Ivor's lab, I think Ivor's lab or enchantment room. I don't even know what it is. But apparently we had to go to that, and apparently that's what Ivor was. By the way, he was actually in the enchantment thing. And what we were doing, by the way, is we had to try and get him from destroying that Wither Storm. And basically we had to try, we had to try and basically get him taken down from what he did. Apparently, I think he was drinking a potion as well, so we couldn't be able to catch him, so he actually escaped. So that was not very good. Also, something else what was happening in that episode is we had an iron golem as well, and it was actually one of them mini iron golems. So what we had to try and do is we had to try and avoid the iron golem, because apparently one thing is I had to do in that video is I had to try and avoid the iron golem, which I did do, but apparently we had to try and basically avoid it so we can actually move forward. I had to try and grab some things as well. And apparently that's what happened when Ivor did left us. He left an iron golem down. Basically, what was going on after that is we destroyed the iron golem, which we did, and we actually managed to escape his lab, and we actually managed to get his things, and then that's kind of what happened after that. And that's when Ivor was back in the day. Basically, like when you look at him now, he's a lot nicer now compared when you were from before, because that's what happens at the end of the chapter. So. Yeah, that's kind of like the full story of episode 1 at the moment. There might be a few parts that I've missed out, but it's kind of a bit because it has been a while since I completed this, so it has been a little bit of a while. But don't forget, by the way, I'm going to be doing this again. By the way, I'm going to be redoing Minecraft Story Mode again, but I'm just going to be doing it for a second series because I just love the game. So, but hopefully, I will definitely remember it from compared when I did it first time. But I'm actually not sure whether that I will. I don't know, but hopefully that is that's going to be coming up pretty soon. So yeah, hopefully that is what I'll be able to do, because I did do a video talking about all the 8 chapters, which I have done in the video. I'll leave that in the description if you guys want to check that out from there. Also, there is going to be a full introduction video. I think I was supposed to be doing that today, but I forgot about that. So that's going to be coming up next week. Make sure you stick for next week. I'm going to be doing the full introduction on Minecraft Story Mode, which is me turning my microphone off, and you guys can just see a little bit of the gameplay of that, because I've done a preview as well. But yeah, so there's nothing really else that happens in it. I can't remember what happens in that chapter. Like I can remember it all, but I just can't remember it because it's been a while since I completed it. So it's been a bit of a while since I came on it, but I believe it should be completely fine. And then like I said, we get to chapter 2 after that, because there's only 5 videos basically in it. So so that's actually completely fine. So I played as Jesse in the first episode. Next episode I made an Enderman. Third episode I was making a slime block. Fourth episode the big boss arrived, so that was the Wither Storm that Ivor did. And then the final one is working out levers. So basically what we're doing in that is I was working out some levers to basically be able to find where Ivor was, so we can actually be able to track him down from there. But that's everything that I can remember about episode 1. I'm not like I said, I'm not going to do another video about it because otherwise it'll be the same as this one. So I'm not going to go through the same one. But I just wanted to do like a full wrap story on it because I know that it has been a while since I last completed it. So I just want to kind of explain of what the full story normally is. But I think apart from that though, I think that's probably going to be it then, because I can't remember anything else about the chapter. So yeah, so that has been my full story of episode 1 of Order of the Stone. So, yep, so I will be doing plenty more of these full story in random videos on other chapters as well. So basically the chapters that I've completed, I will be doing them in stories as well. So basically I'll be going through of what goes on when I actually completed it, and that'll be in random videos. So basically next week when I record it, I will be doing the full introduction. So I don't think the series will be back to the week after that one. So I think it'll be the full introduction. So I might do 2 videos next week. I might do the chapter 2 story next week, and I think I'll do the full introduction. So I think that's going to be the 2 videos I think I will do next week. But yeah, I'm gonna go and end it here. So that's been the first chapter 1 of the full story of the Order of the Stone. So if you guys have enjoyed this random Minecraft Story Mode video, please give me a thumbs up. Please come subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. So I think next week then I'm gonna do one of the chapter 2 of the resemble required, which is the one what was called for chapter number 2. So make sure you stick with that. So hope you guys enjoyed the full story of episode 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.